can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. My heart's in overdrive and you're behind the steering wheel. Touching you, touching me.
You feel tall? You are tall.
Maybe.
Let's stand up on the, there you go. Okay, so our next plan, so we've been working real kind of hand in hand with our local conservation district that's been exceedingly helpful with all of this. They're really helpful for landowners because they give you access to discounted trees because they buy huge lots. So we put our order in once a year. Another thing that you got from them was the native grass seed.
And flowers too.
And native wildflowers.
Yeah.
So everything that is supposed to be in this area, we have up at the house. So we're going to bring that down, and I'm hoping we have we still have that broadcast spreader.
I think we still have a broadcast spreader, and we've got the straw.
And so we'll get the seed. So Mrs. W will go down and we'll reseed all of this with the native wildland flowers, and we've got millet, right?
Yeah.
And some different grasses that are being really good for all of the little critters. And then I'm going to go behind her and I'm going to cover all of that with a straw to protect it, basically to mulch it in and protect it from the sun and eliminate some of the birds from carrying off everything.
And rain is in the forecast, so that should...
Yeah.
You got to plan accordingly when you do
So
that.
it's perfect for that. So we'll have in this area now, after we do that, we're going to start putting in our beaver dams, and then that water will hold on the land better, and all of these things that we're planting will flourish, and this whole thing is going to go from just a dry, dusty field into a really wet, vibrant, beautiful place to come have lunch, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go get our seed, and then we'll start putting that down.
I think this is theft.
Theft? This is Jack's archery target, but it's just about reaching its end of. Ooh, these are heavy and wet. Oh,
Good thing you're super strong.
Those are heavy. Heavy, heavy. That'll be good for mulch, though.
Already wet.
Ooh, this one I get to pick up off the ground. Oh, this one's coming apart. Get it up there. Oh, it's heavy. It's got to weigh 150 pounds. I crossed the swamp without putting it in four-wheel drive. We are so stuck. All right, I'm gonna go get the tractor.
Well, that's stuck?
Come and see. Come on, Heart Racer. Where's the chain at?
It's in the back of the thing. Oh, man! What'd your wife say?
Just gonna sit in the cab all day and not.
What'd your wife
give me a
say?
hand?
Did she say, let's not drive through this? Look! Is this reminiscent of another video?
What do you mean? Where'd you hide my winch controller? Did you put it away last time? You seen it? There it is. All right. I just put it in neutral, and or I'll do it here. Just watch that hook that doesn't come undone right there.
Where's the baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's too soft here. I'm gonna have to get up on, come over here, I'll show you what to do. It's too soft here. I'm gonna free spool the winch. So when I honk the horn, I want you to turn this dial to engage. Right here.
Okay.
This is free spool, this is engage. I want you to turn it to engage, and then get in the truck and then put it in gear, and don't try not to spin your tires, but assist a little bit. It's just too soft right there.
Do you want me to go in what gear?
Just drive. It's in low range. Okay, so I'm gonna spool this out a little bit.
What do you think?
I think we're out. So I've been across there 3 times today, and I put it in 2-wheel drive because we went up on the road, and I forgot to put it back in 4-wheel drive. That's why we got stuck.
I think you just like to use your winch
You know, I used to, but
or your winch.
the fun of that wore off a long time ago.
So this is wildflower seed mix. It is pollinator meadow mix lot for 1/4 acre, 1.75 pounds, and it's got blue bunch wheatgrass, fescue, bluegrass, yarrow, sunflower, blanket flower, balsam root, Lewis blue flax, goldenrod, and fireweed. Some of it hand collected, so that's going to be kind of exciting.
So this bag is about full up to about this line here, and you said this was for 1/4 acre.
Yeah, it says 1/4 acre.
Yeah, so we don't need to use all of that.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we've got our broadcast spreader.
Excuse me.
Are you gonna use that spreader there?
I think we should. We've got it. That way we get it evenly, don't you think? Can you tell who used to have a small yard?
Kind of homeowner grade here, isn't it?
We've got a small seed spreader that we had in our first house, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it here.
Well, we don't have that much here, so. All right, put it in. Let's see what it looks like.
Should I use maybe half of it?
I'd say so. Yeah, we'll reseed all of the stuff that we disturbed. You can always add more, right? Probably a little bit more.
That's kind of exciting. It smells good. You want?
What's the rate you want on this? You know, we want to go really sparing, or probably should, huh? Since we have so much area to cover. So is 1 a lot or a little? 2. What do you think?
In addition to that, I'm going to go ahead and throw in some seeds that I have these millet seeds lying around. I don't know if they're very good. I've had them for a number of years, but we can go ahead and try that. If nothing else, the birds will like it. And then seeds that I've collected from things that I've grown for the most part. And mainly sunflower seeds. There's a couple of beans and things that, you know, sometimes when you don't know if things are viable, you might as well try it. It's my guerrilla gardening technique. Some beans.
You got Jack and the Beanstalk there. I don't know that those are going to go through the spreader there.
Yeah, they might not. Let's try this too, huh? Millet. This is supposed to be beautiful. German foxtail millet. Kind of fun. Looks like the millet you eat.
So what do you have down here?
I've got some fertilizer and then more sunflower seeds, you know, that I've just saved from my garden. So
Let's just throw that out by hand.
yeah. Isn't this amazing to think that this is going to be full of, well, bird food, but also just it's going to grow.
A little bit faster.
I don't know that that's good for the seed spreading.
I think that 4 is about right.
I was reluctant to use sunflower seeds until I saw that they had them here, and then I threw my own in there as well.
So it looks like she's getting pretty good coverage here. You can see all the white seeds there against the dirt.
I just saw some beans go.
You got some what?
What?
What happened?
I just saw some beans go.
Oh, it flung some beans out?
Yeah. We'll get some nitrogen down here. Oh, and some peas? It's amazing in a sunflower seed, or a sunflower, how many little seeds there are in there. These are all little seeds, all with the possibility of becoming another flower. It's amazing, isn't it? These are one of the easiest flowers to save from. If you buy sunflower seeds one year, you should have plenty of sunflowers next year, perhaps too many. Some people consider them a weed, but I like them. They're good for your soil.
So whenever you're directing me in like that, never stand between the tractor and the load, stand off to the side.
Okay.
Here's a good overlay help with that. Why don't you jump up in there and we'll push it in together.
And then we can just tear it apart. Cut this. You got?
Yeah, it's just gonna,
Do you need me to get my knife out?
no, I've got one. I was just gonna have, I'll just go along and we'll cut the strings and then you just sit on the bucket really slow and then you can just throw it out
Okay.
as we go along.
If you have the opportunity to get draw straw, it's better. We use kind of some of the straw.
What's straw?
Dry straw.
Dry straw.
Dry straw would be better. So this wasn't perfect. It was pretty clumpy, but we managed to cover quite a bit of the swale where we planted lots of different seeds, and it looks like it's going to rain, which is a wonderful thing. So, what do you think?
Oh, I think it looks great. So we're going to go into town tonight. We need to get some supplies, and we'll pick up a dozen bales of straw.
Yeah.
And then we'll cover this real well. And tomorrow's the fun. I'm really surprised how much we got done today.
Well, you got a good worker.
Well, we need we got a good
What are you talking
good
about?
tractor too. So we have
Looks great.
this is one of many that we need to do, but we thought, you know what, it's kind of it's kind of fun to bite off little pieces. So we figured 150 foot here, and then 300 next time, and before long we'll have it done. But can you explain kind of what we're going to do tomorrow with the beaver dams?
Oh, so tomorrow there's a way that what we're gonna do is you put 2 posts down, and then you put branches in between.
Actually, probably 4 or 5 posts.
4 or 5 posts, but 4 or 5 at each one.
Yeah.
I'm learning new every day. I need to do a little bit more research. But
Here, I'll give you the camera here. I probably read more about it than you did. So starting over here, so you can kind of see now as we have this really wide out, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get rid of those ditches that were here that were eroding off, and we're also trying to, as we said, hold the water. Now, holding the water up here is different than hoarding the water. You know, out west here, there are a lot of competitors for water. Water rights are really an important deal. The fish need water. We need farmers need water. We have municipal water supplies. This is the top of a particular watershed here, and so what we can do is that we can hold it up here as long as we can. And what's nice about that is rather than it all rushing down in the fall or in the spring and then it being dry up here, it's kind of like a time release. So we'll hold it up here by making it stay up here as long as we can, and then over the summer it will slowly release, and it's actually better for everyone, better for our land, better for the fish, better for farmers, the whole deal. So,
and this is not a ton of water. It's just slowing the water down.
that's right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll put the post hole digger on the Yanmar, and we'll burrow down, and we're going to sink lodge poles in here about 4 or 5 inches. We're going to put them down deep, like 3 feet. They're going to stick up, about so high. We'll trim them with the saw. We'll sink them here, and we'll sink them up the side. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 poles right here buried deep. And then what we'll do is we'll take whatever brush and branches we can find, whether it be some willows, or we've got some of the trimmings from the pine trees, from the conifers, and then we'll weave those in there and press them down. We haven't done this before, but I've read quite a bit about it, and we'll be doing this tomorrow. We'll press that down there, and basically we're just kind of weaving a mat right here, and we'll do that, I don't know how often, maybe every 40 feet or so. And when that water rushes and hits these things, it will back up a little bit, and then it will slowly percolate and feed through and stop those torrents from tearing out the sides and the corners. And eventually it should silt up, and that water will come out, and there'll be more of a, it'll take longer for it to drain out down into the drainage. So that's the idea. So it's kind of, it's exactly what beavers do. And we don't have any beavers here, so we're gonna kind of do it for them. Anything else you want to add? Oh, I get my hands gesticulating.
Are you Italian?
All right, so we'll pack up our tools. We're going to town, get our things, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll get started on the beaver dams.